Oklahoman Newsroom. This is an OSU update. I'm Jenny Carlson. I'm here with Kyle Fredrickson. And Kyle, obviously the opener against Central Michigan, it had its bumps, but one of the really big bright spots was the defensive tackle spot, a spot that was really in question after losing a couple guys that were mainstays off last year's team, and then Billy Lavini gets hurt. So what's that position going to be like? They got a huge boost out of what a lot of us thought was an unexpected area, a true freshman.
Now, huge is the correct word to use here. Darrion Daniels, true freshman out of Bishop Dunn High School in Texas, comes into the program at 6'3", 320 pounds. Just not the type of athlete at defensive tackle OSU has gotten in the past, but a huge get in recruiting, and a guy who clearly is on the path to making an instant impact, getting a half sack in the opening game. So, in diving into this guy's story, you know, from the very beginning, when he first committed to OSU back in January, he was very vocal about the fact how he wanted to make an instant impact, how he felt like he could, you know, even saying to the point where Glenn Spencer told him in a recruiting visit that he can really change the dynamics of this defense. Now, I'm sure a lot of that had to do with the fact that Ofa Hautau and James Castleman left. That probably factored into Daniels' decision if early playing time was, in fact, an important thing for him moving forward. And he's certainly taken advantage of it now and really has developed a bit of a leadership role on this team, as he's the one freshman who was selected to a player committee that is involved with dealing with issues with coaches and players and kind of navigating that bridge. So a guy who really could blossom into a star, but to remember, he's only played one game, so we'll kind of see what happens now.
Well, you mentioned that he said, you know, he wanted to make an instant impact. Glenn Spencer told him you have a chance to make an instant impact, but that defensive tackle spot, so rare that an 18-year-old true freshman can come in and do that. It has to be mental, it has to be physical. You mentioned the physical sides, but he's got to have some things going for him, and clearly he does. Definitely,
you know, and when you look at this kid's, you know, background, his upbringing, his dad was a defensive lineman at Texas Tech back in the day, actually played with Tim Duffy and now an assistant coach at OSU, had ties to the program, has a dad who knows what the deal is to have success at this level. So you put those things together and it makes a lot of sense that this is a guy who can contribute right away. And like I said before, you know, this isn't a position where the Cowboys have been able to get college-ready guys, and it's not just OSU, it's really across the country. And so that's why Darrion Daniels had, you know, 25-plus scholarship offers, Notre Dame, Ohio State. You know, when you have a 17-year-old kid who has the physical tools he does, you know, it's going to make any coach's eyes really light up. And in light of the injuries, like you had mentioned with Villy, and a lot of those young newcomers rotating in, you know, he really had his opportunity. And as we kind of look forward in these next few games, expect him to be in that rotation pretty heavy. When conference play starts and those interior linemen get even bigger, it'll be interesting to see just how much of a role Daniels plays, but he's certainly impressed early. All right, thanks, Kyle. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.